Hello students, welcome to the 49th class in linear algebra. In this video lecture, I will discuss some important questions which are based on previous lectures. So the first question is, let T be a linear transformation which is defined from R square to R defined by T of xy equals to x. Then I have to check that the first option T is 1 1 and onto, second option T is neither 1 1 nor onto, the third option T is 1 1 but not onto, and the last one T is not 1 1 but onto. So let us see. So in order to check the 1 1, let us check the kernel. So the kernel of this is T of xy equals to 0. And what is T of xy? So this implies x equals to 0. So what is the kernel? The kernel is the collection of all the points, right, xy coming from R square such that x is 0. So clearly which is not equal to 0. So it implies that since kernel is non-zero, so map is not 1 1. The map is defined from R square to R. So they are finite dimensional vector spaces, but their dimensions are not same. So we cannot comment on directly from 1 1 to on to, right, using a previous theorem. But yes, the another theorem which we studied is, if we check the range space, right, we check the codomain equals to the range, then I can say that the map is onto. So let us check that. So apply the rank nullity theorem. So apply the rank nullity theorem. So rank plus nullity, right, is equal to the dimension of R square. So what is the dimension of R square over R? So that is 2. And what is the nullity? Nullity is the dimension of kernel. So clearly you can see what is the dimension of this subspace. So the dimension of this is 1, right? So the rank of T plus 1 equals to 2. So this implies the dimension of the range space comes out to be 2 minus 1, which is 1, which is equal to the dimension of R over R. So I can say that is codomain equals to range, and hence the map is onto. So what is the right option? The right option is T is onto but not 1 1. So that is the fourth option. Now the next question is, T is a map which is defined from R square to R cube, and it is defined in this way, that is T of xy equals to x comma x minus y comma x plus y. And again I have to check the 1 1 and the onto. So for 1 1, again T of xy equals to 0, and here it will be 0 0 and 0, right? And what is T of xy? So this is x, x minus y, and x plus y equals to 0 0 0. So just compare the two tuples. So this will be x equals to 0, from the second x minus y equals to 0, and from the third this is x plus y equals to 0. But already since x is 0, so just substitute here, you will get y equals to 0. So what is kernel? The kernel is nothing but 0 0. So can I say the kernel is 0 0, right? So this implies map is 1 1 using the theorem. So map is 1 1. But what about onto? So the dimensions are not same. So if the dimensions were same, we could quickly comment on the 1 1 and the onto using the theorems which we have studied in the last 3 lectures. But again we have another trick, that is calculate the range space. So how can I do that? Just apply the rank nullity theorem. So the rank plus nullity, nullity is the dimension of the kernel, and what is the dimension of kernel? That is 0, is equal to the dimension of this, that is a R square, which is 2, right? So the dimension of the range space is 2, which is not equal to the dimension of R cube. So this implies codomain is not equal to range. So map is not onto. Fine. So map is not onto. So the next question is, a linear transformation T which is defined from Rn to Rm given by y equals to Ax, where A is a metric representation of T and x belongs to Rn and y belongs to Rm. So this is non-singular if and only if A is non-singular. So we have to prove this in both the ways. So firstly, I will suppose, so let us suppose that A is non-singular. So what can we say if A is non-singular? So if A is non-singular, so can I say the determinant of A is non-zero? Right? So A inverse exists. So A inverse exists. Now what I have to prove? To prove T is non-singular. But we know if any map is non-singular if and only if it is 1 1. So can I check just whether this map is 1 1 or not? So for 1 1 what I'll do, I'll consider any arbitrary elements, that is x1 and x2 coming from the domain that is Rn, and I will substitute that their images are equal, and if the elements come out to be equal I will say the map is 1 1. So what is T of x1? So this is y1, and what is T of x2? It's nothing but y2. And since T of x1 equals to y1 and T of x2 equals to y2, so this implies ax1 is equals to ax2. So this further implies ax1 minus ax2 equals to 0. And here 0 is a 0 matrix to be more precise. So this is, if you take a to be common, so this is x1 minus x2 equals to 0. Now can I apply A inverse on both sides? So since it exists, so just apply A inverse on both sides. Now A inverse into the 0 matrix is 0 only, and A inverse into A is identity, and identity into anything is that element itself, right? So this implies x1 equals to x2. In the beginning I considered the images are equal, and finally I showed the elements are equal. So this implies T is 1 1. So that is T is non-singular. Let us suppose that T, which is a map defined from Rn to Rm, is non-singular, right? And what I have to prove, that A is non-singular. So let if possible A is singular. So I'll prove the result by method of contradiction, a very famous method in mathematics. So let if possible A be a singular, right? So if A is a singular, so this implies A multiplied with x is equals to 0 for x to be non-zero. So that is the definition of singular. Also A into 0 matrix is 0. So right, and T is non-singular. So what does it mean? It means T is 1 1. If T is 1 1, it means if two images are equal, so the elements will be equal, right? So that is the images of x and 0. So that is the image of x and 0. When you apply A on it, you will get a 0, right? Similarly, when you apply A on 0, you get a 0. So the images of x and 0 both are same. And what is the image? That is 0 matrix. So that is T of x equals to T of 0. So this implies x is 0. Now which is a contradiction? Which is a contradiction to this? Because we supposed our x to be non-zero. So which contradicts that x is non-zero. Therefore our supposition is wrong. And my supposition is wrong, so that implies that A must be non-singular. So that is the solution for the above question. Next question is, find linear transformation T which carries E1 into 1 to 3, E2 into 3 1 2, E3 into 2 minus 1 minus 1. Show that this transformation is singular and carries linearly independent vectors, that is 1 1 1 and 2 0 2 into the same image vector. Now since I have been given that T carries E1 into 1 2 3, so this implies that when T is applied on E1, the output is 1 2 3. When T is applied on E2, what is the output? That is a 3 1 2 according to the question, and T of E3 is given to me as 2 minus 1 minus 1, and I have to find the linear transformation. So in order to find a linear transformation, let me consider any arbitrary vector x y z coming from R cube, right? And now what I have to do, I have to just express this x y z into the linear combination. So that is, so how I can express in terms of E1 E2 and E3, right? So clearly it can be written as x times E1 plus y times E2 plus z times E3. Fine. Where E1 E2 E3 you are already aware. So what is E1? That is a 1 0 0. What is E2? That is 0 1 0, and E3 is 0 0 1. Now apply T on both sides. So what is T of x y z? So this is T of x e1 plus y e2 plus z e3. Because t is linear, so this is x times t of e1 plus y times t of e2 plus z times t of e3. And what is t of e1? Already given to me. That is 1, 2, 3. What is t of e2? So that is a 3, 1 and 2. And similarly, z times what is t of e3? That is 2, minus 1 and minus 1. Now if you solve this, what you will get? You will get x plus 3y plus 2z, comma 2x plus y minus z, comma 3x plus 2y minus z. So this is my required linear transformation. So that was the first part which was asked in the question. Let's find a linear transformation. So we have find out a linear transformation. In the second part, I have to show that this transformation is singular. So since we are dealing with the standard basis, so can I write the metric representation of this? Because corresponding to every linear transformation there is a matrix and vice versa, right? So you can easily write the metric representation, and if you are not able to write the metric representation, you can watch the previous video lectures and you can learn how to write the metric representation. So clearly the metric representation of this will be 1 3 2 2 1 minus 1 3 2 minus 1. If anybody is having any problem in calculating this metric representation, I have added the link in the description, so you can click there and watch the lecture. So the associated matrix with this is this thing, and clearly if you check the determinant of this, that will come out to be 0. So if the determinant is 0, so this implies A is singular. So I think that was the second part which was asked to us in the question, that we have to show that this transformation is singular. And the final one, that I have to show these vectors, right, linearly independent vectors, they are carried into the same images vector. So let us see that also. So for the third part, so what is t of 1 1 1? So just apply the definition. So you'll get this out to be 2 6 2 and 4. So just apply the definition. So what is t of x y z? So this is this one, right? And what are the two vectors which are given to me in the question? So the vectors are 1 1 1 and 2 0 2. So just apply t on it and you will get this out. So t of 1 1 1 is 6 2 4, and t of 2 0 2 is also 6 2 4. So you can clearly just calculate this. So this implies the images of 1 1 1 and 2 0 2 under t is same. So the images are same. From third part also, if the images are same, right? From the third part also, since t of 1 1 1 is equals to t of 2 0 2, whereas 1 1 1 is not equal to 2 0 2. So this implies t is not 1 1. So if t is not 1 1, so this implies t is singular. So that is another way you can just check it out, the singularity from here. So I hope all these four questions are very important questions, so are clear to you now. In case if you have any doubts, you can mention your doubts in the comment section. For more such videos, do subscribe to our YouTube channel and do not forget to press the bell icon. Thank you so much, students. Thank you.